It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. My garbage person of the week is Ron DeSantis for once again trying to get involved in a culture war topic, but one in which he has even less place weighing in on than normal. Take a look at this.
Yeah, we may even say no tax on gas stoves coming up this year. We'll do that. That's fine with me. I want you to be able to have a choice.
Yeah, because like they were talking about how gas stoves are really bad and they get your kids sick, and we don't care about that literally at all. Well, I'm gonna make it easy and cheap for you to buy a gas stove. I mean, almost none of you do, because maybe this is news to our audience. Florida doesn't have virtually any gas stoves. I know that that's weird, but there are actually massive regional differences in what areas have electric versus gas stoves. Florida has amongst the fewest gas stoves per capita than any state in the country. 8% use them. And yet it's a big applause line because, again, this isn't at all about him being a governor and him appealing to the actual concerns of his constituents. This is just all culture war national issues. Virtually nobody even has a gas stove to not have the government take from you in Florida, but he's supposed to weigh in because they've apparently decided that being like opposed to a small addition to the health and security of your kids is bad. Like, you're not supposed to want that. I don't know why. Like, if you bring up that map again, there is no good reason for this to be a thing that is mapped along the political lines that it is. The places that have the gas stoves are East Coast, New York, New Jersey, California. Most of the South doesn't have a lot of gas stoves. Like, it is just not actually a concern for them. And yet they have to, like, they know that they're supposed to be opposed to acknowledging climate change. They're supposed to be opposed to the concept that that scientists could figure out what's going on, and then the government could make changes that increase the safety and security of people. They're supposed to have a knee-jerk opposition to that. So they have to jump in and cosplay concern as he was right there. Brett, what do you think?
Gas stoves are for rich people. They just are. That's also what that map shows. The darker areas typically have more money or more access to gas. But the fact is that these folks who are complaining about people taking their gas stoves, A, are elitists, and B, don't even cook on them. There is no way that Ron DeSantis has prepared a meal on the hot stove for a very long time. Those are my thoughts on that.
I agree with your thoughts. Those are our garbage people, but what about you? Well, 47,000 of you voted, and here are your top 5 garbage people of the week. Coming in tied for 5th and 4th with 7% of the vote, you have the Missouri GOP for implementing a dress code for female lawmakers, and the Wyoming GOP for trying to protect oil and gas by banning EVs. Both of those are such stupid things to do, but it is amazing to have the political parties of 2 entire states sharing that honor. Coming in number 3 with 11% of the vote is Ron DeSantis for pushing a fake war on woke in schools. We were just sort of talking about that. Coming in number 2 with 12% of the vote is politicians who constantly whitewash what MLK fought for. I thought that would score better, but no, it's not close. Your garbage person of the week with 63% of the vote is Kevin McCarthy, putting the worst members on the oversight committee. That's a forward-looking garbage person because it is going to be paying garbagey dividends for the next couple of years. Thank you to everyone who voted. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.